Today, we are going to be creating depth in our artwork, which is something that's created when some objects seem to be very close and others seem to be far away. When creating depth, you want to have both a foreground in your picture and a background so that you can really see things close and further away. In this picture, what looks like it's in the foreground to you, and which part of the painting is in the background? The first thing you're going to want to do today is to make sure that you finish up all of the branches on your tree. You will then go back and finish putting bark on all of your trees. Remember, last time we only did the middle tree. All of your trees, though, need to have those lines and swirls to create bark. Once your trees look like this, you're ready to start putting the background in on your drawing. You're going to want to take a few moments and think about what you want to be in the background. Do you want it to be mountains, hills, houses, a city? Think about what could be behind your trees. I've decided to go with a couple of hills. I want it to look almost like a rolling farmland, not quite mountains, but feel free to look out the window for more inspiration for what mountains or more trees might look like. So I decided to take some inspiration from our last painting where we put the fence in the background, and I'm using the same kind of fence for my background. It's definitely okay to use ideas from art that you've done previously. That means you're learning and growing as an artist. I also decided to create a little path to connect my foreground and my background. Notice how it gets smaller the further away it gets from us. This really creates the illusion of depth. I'm also going through and refining my lines, making them darker and really perfecting them. This drawing is going to be all about the details, so really take your time. You can see I'm adding more small trees in because it's further away. I want to make sure that the trees are much smaller. The further away something is from you, the smaller it is. That creates the illusion of depth. But really slow down and really think about what details. Now here, I decided to draw a bunny right in the front of my drawing. So I'm making that about the right size for what it would be if it were actually there. It looks like it's to scale with the trees, and I'm really taking my time drawing lightly at first to get the shape right, and so I can continue to go over and erase my mistakes. Once I have the bunny how I like it, I'm going to go back in and make the lines darker, and again, really refine them. I decided to add another bunny in kind of the middle ground, halfway between the foreground and background, and one in the background. You can see they get smaller and smaller the further back that they go. So here is my finished drawing. It's got both the trees in the foreground and going to the background hills and bunnies and trees and lots of other small things. I really want you to focus on details today and make sure that you remember that the further things get away from you, the smaller they are. That will really create depth in your drawings.